In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create fueled posts for every post on your WordPress website. And there's actually two ways you can get this done, and that depends on what license type you have. So if you have the Enterprise Plus license, then you're going to be able to create multiple fueled posts for multiple posts at the same time by using our WPSerpfuel bulk post editor, which I'm going to be taking you through in another video. For now though, I'm going to be showing you how you can create fueled posts for any post on your site. To do this, you go over to the post page and you select any post that you like, and underneath the actual post editor you'll be able to see the WPSerpfuel area. Now really depending on what other plugins you have on your website, you might find it underneath other plugins as well. So I've actually got a few other plugins as well, but my WPSerpfuel plugin area is actually directly underneath the description of this of the actual post. So the way you work with this, guys, is you can add keywords one at a time, or you can import keywords. To add keywords one at a time, you can have something like, let's say for example, SEO, and that'll be in there, and then you can add your title in there, you can add your description in there as well. If you wanted to add a link back to the parent post, then you'd add a link back to the parent post as well. If you want to add your short codes for your Flickr images or for your YouTube videos, then you can do them all here as well, guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you how you can import these keywords using the inbuilt search features that work with Google, Yahoo and Bing, again depending on what license type you have. So again, guys, what this actually does here is, let me go over to Google and actually show you. Okay, so I'm on Google, and let's say for example I'm doing a search for niche research. What this software does, it'll actually search and get you the related searches, and it'll do the same for Yahoo and it'll do the same for Bing as well, depending on what search engine you've selected. But one thing to be advised of, guys, is depending on your server and your server's IP, you might be blocked from actually getting queries from Google. Now the software does allow you to work with proxies, in which case, you know, it's going to go out there and regardless of your IP, it's going to be working behind the proxy and it'll force the results for you. But let's say for example you didn't want to invest in proxies or anything like that, then you really don't need to worry, guys. You can go over to Google yourself, you can scrape these keywords, add them into Notepad, and then enter them into here yourself. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to actually use the inbuilt features, and I'm working behind a proxy as well, and I'm going to do a search for all of them for the keyword niche research, and it's actually only picked out a few here. Okay, so we'll just go with these. We won't go with animal niche research. We'll go with keyword niche research. For SEO. Okay, and you can just add to them. You can add more and more as well. And again, depending on what license type you have, guys, then you might be restricted to only creating 10 fueled posts for every WordPress post. And if you have an enterprise license, then of course you can create hundreds of fueled posts for every post on your WordPress site, which is brilliant. Okay, so once you've added your keywords in there, guys, again, if you didn't perform the keyword research on here, your related searches on here, then you can actually just go and scrape and add any keywords in here, one per line. That's all you have to do. Now you need to select your content method. How are you going to get the content on these fueled posts? So for this you have a number of options. You can spin, which means you can add your own title and your own content in spin syntax. So spin syntax is supported. So for example, hi, hello, howdy. Okay, so spin syntax is supported, and then that will spin the article for every one of these posts. Alternatively, you can spin the parent article, which will actually take the actual post article from here that you're on, and then it allows you to spin it, and you can spin it, and you can click the spin now button, and that will spin with whatever one you got configured inside of the settings, be it the spin rewriter or the best spinner. You can work with Article Builder, which is one of my favorite ones, and this is the one that we've been really testing with. And what Article Builder is, it gives you about 95% unique content, but it works with so many categories. And what we've been doing is we've been using Article Builder content for our fueled posts, which link back to our original posts on our websites, which are fully unique, and we're getting brilliant results with this. So if you're looking for a nice easy way to get content, guys, then this is the way to go. So I'm just going to go with search engine optimization with Article Builder, and now you can have the option, okay, and once you've selected what option you want, and if you actually have the Enterprise Plus version, guys, then you can have a video mode as well. Now, a video mode is I'm going to have to do a different separate video tutorial on that to show you how to work with that, but let's work with Article Builder at the moment. And once you've done that, you can add your shortcodes. Now the shortcodes will automatically place links and positions for your links to come back to. So for example, a link to the parent link would mean when you create the post, add a link back to the actual parent link. We're going to have the opportunity to go and edit all this as well. And do we want to add a shortcode for videos as well? If we do, then they'll automatically be added in there. You can have image or video. So in one post I'll have an image, in one post I'll have a video, one post I'll have an image, one post I'll have a video, or you can have both as well, guys. So it's entirely up to you. But I'm going to choose parent link and a video link for the shortcodes. And you can either publish now or you can schedule them, and I'll show you the more scheduling features in a moment. But you can post 1 a day each day, or you can post 2 a day each day, and this is just the starting point of your schedule, and I'll show you how to get better and more precise control in a moment. Once you're done with your selection, you click on import keywords. Depending on what you've selected, it's going to take a little bit more time because we're working with Article Builder. As you can see from down here, the keywords are being added one at a time, so 5 of 8, 6 of 8. We're getting articles from Article Builder and then adding them into WPSerpfuel. Okay, so they've been added in there and the window's automatically closed. I can click on the article, any one of these articles, and you can see the title that's been added, and I can edit this title as well if I wanted to. So I could delete what I wanted to and I could add what I wanted to as well. You can also see the content that's been added down here as well for each one. Again, you can edit all of these if you wanted to edit these. You can add your own links in there if you wanted to. You can remove the shortcode links, and you can add them in other places if you wanted to, or you can manually go in there and add the links yourself. It's entirely up to you. But what I'm going to do now though is, because I selected YouTube, is I'm going to go and search for some YouTube videos as well. So I'm going to click on add YouTube links, and again guys, if you have the Enterprise Plus version, then you're going to be able to search for YouTube channels and YouTube playlists, which brings back even more specific videos, and you can have authority URLs or something, authority channel URLs you can enter in there. So anyway, we're going to go with niche research, okay, and we're going to search for YouTube videos and give it a few seconds for this to come up. Again guys, if you're working behind the proxy, then this is going to work behind the proxy as well. So we had 8 posts. We need to make sure we've got at least 8 videos in here as well, or our posts, some of the posts are going to be without videos. So I'm just going to select a bunch here. Maybe I'm selecting more than 8 actually. So I'll go down, all the way down, and then I'm going to click on the add button. When I click add, you'll see that all of the videos are inside of here, which is brilliant. You can do exactly the same with Flickr, guys. If you are working with Flickr, I'll show you, for example, yeah, you just basically type it in here and you click on enter. You click on search and let it do the search for you, and it'll pull back the images from Flickr, and you just do your selection from down here as well, guys. Once you've selected them, and you'll go down here and click on add, but obviously we're not adding any images from Flickr on this occasion. So anyway guys, once you've done that, everything's ready. The final thing is if you're happy with this and you don't want to make any changes, then you're fine. If you do want to make some changes, such as what time and when it's going to actually be scheduled for, then you can do the precise timing down here, which is totally easy and totally fine. But once you do this, and when you make changes, guys, make sure you click the apply button. So for example, let me give you an example. So I'm going to cut this out here, okay? So I've got no YouTube shortcode there. I'm not going to click the apply button, but I'm going to go over to the next one, and then I'm going to go back. As you can see, I'm going to go back to the next one, and as you can see, that YouTube shortcode is still there. And the reason this YouTube shortcode is still there is because I made the change and I didn't click on apply. What I need to do is delete it, for example, and then click on apply. Once I've clicked on apply, that means the change has been made. When I go over to another article and come back over to this one, as you can see, there's no YouTube shortcode on there. But I want that YouTube shortcode on there, so I'm going to click on add YouTube shortcode, and the YouTube shortcode has been added. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on update, and I'm going to show you exactly what we have. Okay, so that's all been updated. Fantastic. Now, none of these posts are going to show from our main site, guys. Now, depending again on what license type you have, if you have access to the Enterprise Plus license, then you'll see a feed URL on every post as well. What this feed URL does, it only holds the fueled posts for this actual post. So let's go over to here. We've only got one in there at the moment because the other ones are going to be scheduled. But what you can see from here, there's only about a 250 character description in here because that's what I've got set in the back end. I'll click on this, which is the first entry, and this is the entry here. You know why it hasn't got the YouTube video in there, guys? If you spotted it, I've only just realized, is because I didn't actually go ahead and click on apply after I deleted the YouTube shortcode. As you can see, look, after I deleted the YouTube shortcode link, I didn't click on apply before I clicked on update. I'm going to try and add that YouTube shortcode link in here again. I don't know if it's possible to actually update these posts, but I'm going to click on apply and I'm going to click on update, and I'm going to go back over to here and I'm going to click on refresh, and as you can see, it hasn't got no YouTube video in there. But the reason it hasn't got a YouTube video in there, guys, is because I added the YouTube video shortcode without any video URLs being in there. So I'm going to show you how to quickly rectify this, guys. This is actually an issue from my end. It's not an issue with the software. So I'm hoping you can see this. So I'm going to click on niche research one more time. I'm going to do a search on here and I'm going to show you how to quickly rectify this if you want to rectify it. Okay, and I'm going to choose any one of these here. Okay, so one video, and I'm going to click on add. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add the YouTube shortcode. Oops, let me just make sure that shortcode's in there. It's in there, and I'm going to click on apply this time, and I've got a video in here now, which is brilliant. I'm going to click on update, guys, and I'm going to go back over to here and I'm going to click on refresh. And brilliant stuff. We've got the video in there, guys, so I'm sure you can see the general mistake that I just made there. So anyway, so that was a feed URL that I made notes of, guys. Let's go up here. Okay, but if you don't have the Enterprise Plus license, then you're going to have this URL only, and this URL is the actual URL to the actual fueled post. So as you can see, guys, you've got the URL for the actual fueled post here, which is absolutely brilliant. So this is how you work with it. Now, if you're on Enterprise Plus license, what I would recommend is there's two ways you can actually work with this. You can get this feed URL here and you can copy it, and then you can add a link to your main post and say, here's a link to our child post or our feed post or whatever you want, and that will allow the robots to actually go and crawl that. But one of the better ways that I like to work with it is if you actually go over to the settings page and you go over to the WPSerpfuel settings, what you'll see is you have this URL here. Now this is a URL that lists the links to all feeds. So for example, you've got the rank YouTube videos using hashtags. If I open this up, guys, what you'll notice, this is actually a child feed. So we don't actually have any posts live in here at the moment because they're all scheduled to go out, and I was playing with this a little while ago. Then you've got the PBN footprints, 301 redirect and 404 pages. This has actually got 2 posts in there. And as you can see, guys, this is actually a feed linking out to feeds. And now this feed only holds links to, you'll see in a minute, to private blog network, to the private blog network's URL. And this is going to go over to the blog. Here we go, fantastic stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go back over and show you that this one does exactly the same. So it's like a sitemap within a sitemap, and it allows you to place a link on your home page or within your sitemap page, especially if you're an enterprise user and you'd be using this URL here, which is a feed list URL. So for the enterprise users, you actually have the child feed, which is a main feed that holds all of your fueled posts. Then you have your feed URL list, which is a feed that holds all of the URLs to your other feeds, and then you have your actual post feeds as well, which hold your the URLs to your actual fueled posts only for the actual post. So anyway, guys, this is how you work with this. It's super simple, super straightforward, and you'll do exactly the same on any other post as well, whatever you want to make fueled posts for. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video where I'll be showing you how to go over some of the only Enterprise Plus features.